Hey everybody, how's it going? Eric Rivera's Variety Show here with another video. At the moment, I am I am saving in Movie Maker a video that's probably not going to be up for a while because of the length of it. It's 34 minutes long essentially, and I'm going to have to be over at somebody's house uploading it with their connection because my phone is not going to cut it. This video is basically a remake of one that I haven't clipped together yet and saved in Movie Maker because I'm just tired of waiting and I want to do something else in the meantime while I wait for this to get done. So, might as well, oops. Unfortunately, I gotta use my phone because my other memory card is bad. I just threw it in the trash, so that takes care of that. I won't be mixing up that one anymore. Anyways, so here's the deal. My silver 2001 Ford Ranger. It is fixed, it is on the road, it is inspected, it is legal. It is a piece of crap that I have spent way too much money on. It runs good, it drives good, but that's really the only positive things I can say about it. That project, between what I paid for it, the section of frame I bought, the replacement bed that I put on that frame, having that frame installed by my friend, the wooden flatbed, all the little, little tiny stuff added up, and what it finally cost to get it on the road the last time I took it to the mechanic. That was brutal. That was a $900 bill. I have $3,300 into this 2001 Ford Ranger with 177,000 miles. And on a good day, it's honestly worth $1,200. Yeah. So, that said, everything I do with it, I have to pay myself for it in order to get this $3,300 number down to pay myself. How am I doing that? Well, I'm keeping track of the mileage. I am also putting a price on everything I do with it. For example, between, what was it, Tuesday I picked it up? I think it was Monday night I picked it up. So from Tuesday to Friday, I gave myself $1 for every day that I drove it to and from work. And until today, it was at 177,300 when I picked it up. It's at 177,700 now. So $1 for each day, so $4 plus the so $4 for going to and from work, another $4 for going to and from, because I've put 400 miles on it. So $8 plus I gave my coworker a ride, $9. Today I took a load of debris and rubbish and threw it out. I paid myself $10 for that trip. It was a full load. Let's see. Yeah, so now ultimately I've got $3,281 to go before I break even. And that's assuming that I don't have to put any more repairs into the truck. Any repairs. Now, oil changes, I will not count. Gas, I will not count because you need to put all that into a vehicle to run anyways. So, I will not count oil changes. I will not count fuel. Um, what I do also have is written down here, kind of like a key. Oh, excuse me. How much I'll give myself for each thing I do with it. For example, like I said a minute ago, $10 for every full load of debris. I had that truck packed, and I still have more I can put in there. I've got at least one more load this week if I don't get to tearing down some stuff I need to tear down, but because I've got a chicken pen to take down, I've got additions on 2 sheds I got to take down. That's going to produce quite a bit right there, which would be good. Those 2 additions to the sheds are going to, one thing they're going to produce is roof shingles. Well, I'm going to give myself $25 for every load of shingles that I take off. Now, with what's on both shed additions, it's going to equal out to 2 loads only because of how I'm going to do it, but how I could do it all in one load, but I'm not going to be able to because it's on 2 separate ends of the property, and I need to get one project done before I get another started. So I'll at least get $50 right there. $20 because I live in New Hampshire, as most of you know. $20 to go to and from Rhode Island. That is what I'll give myself. I have a grandmother and an aunt down there that I intend on going to visit on Columbus Day weekend. I figure that trip's worth $20 paying myself, and I will take the truck down. There's a girl that I'm seeing up in Littleton now. I don't know what's going to come of it, but I figure every trip to and from is worth $5 just for doing it. Now, it's about 100 miles door to door one way, so that's really a $7 trip. To and from Rhode Island, I think that's about 300 miles round trip, so that's a $23 trip. When I'm doing loads of shingles, it's like 25 miles one way to get rid of them. So let's say I did 4 trips. Well, that's like $51 right there. The loads of debris, to get rid of those, it's about the same mileage. So I'm just too tired to. I'm too tired to figure it out, to spew it off, but yeah, every like these trips that I'm doing with the truck that I've got prices on, the miles also count as well. So it's double dipping, which to break even, to get to 200,000 miles by June 30th, today is September 29th, to get to 200,000 miles by June 30th of 2020, which is when the registration on the truck expires, and I don't intend on renewing it unless it only needs like $200 to pass, which I don't think it's going to happen. I have to drive it an average of 80 miles a day between now and June 30th to reach 200,000. yeah, I don't I don't foresee that happening. Maybe I could do it, but I don't foresee that happening. I think I do about 50 a day now on average, just going to and from work or something like that. So maybe I could, but I also don't want to drive it every single day between now and June 30th. So I don't know, but the point of this video is if you have a project, make sure it's worth it, and that's not going to be a daily driver because this $3,300 into this thing, that is stupid. That is absolutely stupid. But it's an expensive lesson, and if you listen to what I say here in this video about having to pay yourself, because $3,300, that's a lot of freaking money. I mean, it's not worth it. And there's a kid here that I work with that he's how I was at 19, maybe a little worse. And like right now, both his cars are projects. They're not. They're projects with intentions of becoming daily drivers, which, you know, I can say I've done the same thing. Anybody that's watched my channel for a long time knows it. Because let's face it, I've had, well, the Crown Vic I don't count. It's irrelevant because I'm not spending money on it. The storage unit that it's in has other stuff in it too. And all collectively together, it's worth spending $90 a month on. So that's irrelevant. But ultimately, the white truck has turned into a project. I've done my part. It's at the neighbor's house now, waiting for him to do his part, which is put it all back together. And I should have gotten all the pieces that it needs to be put back together, and hopefully there's no issues there once he gets back from his hunting trip. Once he gets back from his trip, he's probably going to bang that out in a week. The black truck, the Black Ranger, that's done. I'm gonna make a separate video about that. That's all done. Not in a gonna drive it on the roadway either. It's just done. I don't know. It's gonna be. Oh, the Jeep. That was a waste of time and money. Sure, I sold the Jeep for I think $160, and then also sold the wheels and tires for. Ultimately, it was $175 because I had the spare posted, and the same guy that bought the other four rims also wanted the spare because apparently one didn't match, which I never knew. I always thought it was brake dust. I got $175 for those, but I also spent a few $100s on it, and I still got the rocket panels and stuff that I can sell. I just haven't posted them yet. But yeah, $3,300 into a 2001 Ford Ranger two-wheel drive 4-cylinder short bed standard cab. No. Maybe if it was in nice shape, but it's not in nice shape. I don't honestly think I'm going to get my money back out of it. Even if I could get $2,000 worth of use out of it and then sell it for 1,200, then I think it'd be okay. Because then at that point I'd only lose $100. But even then, paying myself $1 for every 100 miles, that's expensive if you think about it. But I gotta put a price on everything I do. Now, if let's say this winter I still have the car the white truck's on the road and the silver truck's on the road. Say I wreck the silver truck. Well, that's not one of the other two that I've wrecked. So there's going to be some value there, and depending on what that value is, you know, I may have to. Well, at that point, I'm just going to let it go, and chalk it up to a loss. But if I had the space and a place to take it apart, I would take it apart and sell what little I could off of it. There's really not much good left. Sure, it runs great, but nobody wants to put a 180,000 mile engine that's used into another vehicle. It just makes no sense. So it's been an expensive lesson, and it's been well learned. And yeah, I don't know what else to tell you, except I'm not going to do that one again. Not unless I could do more of it myself, which I don't know. But anyways, all that said, thank you very much for watching. If you made it this far, I really appreciate it. Feel free to leave comments if you happen. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.